Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, what you really are will be manifested through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 106, NASDAQ off 21, S&P's down 7.5. Gold contract up $14.40, trading at $1,393 an ounce. Silver up 22 cents at $22.41 an ounce. Platinum down $5 at $1,455 an ounce. Copper down 2 pennies at $3.29 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.80 at $93.21. Bonds up 17 ticks, trading out at $141.25. King dollar down 500 ticks at 83.67. The euro up 84 at 129.39, and the yen down $1.25 at 101.02. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. It's a trip, folks. No two ways about it. Okay, so what do we have? We are at 1648.51 in the cash S&P. So what do we do? Well, first off, we're going to go right back to the high of the 22nd. We're at that high of 1687. You came off the high with volume. We bounced yesterday with lighter volume. Well, guess what we did today? We come down to a price point of 1640, with 700 million shares. Now, that's light volume because the correlation gets into the 22nd, how we came down. So it gets down to 1640, rejects lower price, has lighter volume. Game is it's going to go test these highs again. I suspect what you're going to see, and the deviance is there. There's no two ways about it. We'll go into the high of yesterday, which is at 1674. We'll see if it has enough juice to get to the high of 1687. I don't expect it will, but I suspect it's going to have enough juice to get up to that 1674 level. That's your cash S&P. If we go over to the SPY and see the correlation inside the SPY, this is what you have. SPY closed at 165.22. The high of the SPY is that 169.07. So we had come off that high. We did it with 244 million shares. And see, that's your benchmark. What happens yesterday? We go up on lighter volume, couldn't hold it. Today, what happens? You come down to a price point of 164.34. We do 158 million. Okay, so your correlation goes like this. The day after the first downdraft on the 22nd, the 23rd, we had 211 million. The low there was 163.94. So we come into 164.34, 158 million versus 211. Lighter volume, rejects the price. That says you're going to go back to the highs again. And you want to sell the highs. But the bottom line is that that's how this is set up right now, which is no doubt wild. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. The Dow really has been flat the last 4 days. You know, the Dow down 106 is not a big deal. Dow looks to me like it actually can get to its highs, which 15,542. Now, inside the Dow, this is pretty cool because inside the Dow, if we go to Procter & Gamble first, we know Procter & Gamble had broken down with volume, went back and tested the high, broke down again, okay? GE, you take a look at GE, what GE had done, come down with volume, broken down, gets up, tests the high, couldn't handle it, hanging at that high. Now, check out what happened today, though. McDonald's, you get another rollover here. McDonald's comes down $2, monster volume. McDonald's is basically, you know, it can bounce around a little, but McDonald's is going to be making its way down to $90, and right now it's at $99. Okay, composite next. Let's go over to the composite and take a look at the composite. This is what we have happening in the NASDAQ composite. Okay. Composite down 21 bucks. We did 1.7 billion. That correlation, though, same deal. What the composite actually did is come down and fill the gap from the gap away of yesterday. Rejected lower price. That also is going to try to get to the highs, I suspect, of 35.14 of yesterday. I don't think it's going to get to the high of the 22nd. The reason being is that inside the NDX 100 and inside the composite, if we go over to Amazon right now, take a look at Amazon. Amazon yesterday couldn't handle it. Amazon today comes down to $1.57. You go to Google. Google yesterday had gone up nice, couldn't handle it. That's down 12 bucks today. Okay. So we go to the 3Qs. You take a look at the correlation inside the 3Qs. 3Qs, we come down with 31 million shares. That 31 million shares was going into the 48. That's another test of the high. Now, when you round this all out, folks, the bottom line is that we are going lower, and this is what tops are made out of, okay? So what you can expect is that you're going to go back up there, you're going to test it, and I can tell you from experience, the more tests that you have, the better off it is understanding how the market is, number one, and is where it's going, number two. Because this correlation is sweet. And the correlation I'm talking about specifically is that, see, when we went up yesterday, we went up with dramatically lighter volume. And today, we had an expansion of volume. But the expansion of volume has to do with how you come against the first leg down. And the market's all about energy, okay? So what ends up happening, the energy was big off the highs, coming down. Goes back up, loses energy. We came back down so fast that it doesn't have enough energy to break it. It's showing, however, that the force is downtown. Okay, now, let's go over to the bond market. I'm telling you, these bonds, man, I was almost going to buy these bonds today. They're just not ready yet, but you know what? Intraday, it might have nailed it. It's going to be close, man. Okay, so this is what it is. So check it out. And bonds today got down to 139.29. Rejected lower price. Had some volume behind it, though. Now, if we go over to the TLT, we were talking about this yesterday. What you have with the TLT, TLT actually came into the swing low yesterday with 2 million lighter shares. Today, we go up with 11 million. It's going to need more strength than that. It's going to be wide. It's going to need wide price spread, accelerated volume to get to higher price. But bonds are almost ready for a buy. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract up 14 bucks today. That contract, folks, has no strength whatsoever. 146,000 contracts. That's a sad case. Gold's not done going down yet. Dollar index. For the dollar index, we got to go over to our man Rick from British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Really good, thanks. Hey, Tom, that was interesting. I'll tell you what, I just believe watching that Bradley model once in a while. And you had, listened to your archives on Friday, and you had a guy talking about June the 18th to the 23rd, possibly not having cash anymore. Am I out to lunch in saying that?
No, you're not out to lunch. But believe in it, you'd be out to lunch.
Well, what I'm trying to say, though, is June 22nd is the big turn date for the Bradley model.
Oh, cool. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. June 22nd, right? And so, folks, you do want to pay attention to this. This is pretty cool. The Bradley model is a cool deal. Okay.
And it's a big drop. It's a big drop. And I see a head and shoulder pattern on the gold right now. It takes it down to about 1180.
Okay.
As we know, head and shoulder patterns don't always work. But the U.S. dollar on a one-year chart is lined up with a head and shoulder pattern also to go down to the 120. And whether it's, we got German elections coming up.
Oh, the U.S. You just said the U.S. dollar to 120?
Sorry, the euro. My mistake. Euro.
Okay, I got it. Great, okay. I got it. Go ahead. Sorry. Okay.
So I see that little head and shoulder down to 120.
Yeah.
And as we know, you put the spies on a monthly, I mean, there's some major volume problems down below.
Oh, baby, let me tell you something. It's a trader's paradise. We got 2 or 3 years here of really making some money. You stay right there. We're coming right back. This time O'Brien, this is TFNN. You stay right there. We're coming right back, folks. Down 106, NASDAQ 21, S&P 7.5. We're going to be right back.